makeup tutorial video for your required performance a minute about some of the things that you should be carrying in your kit. I wanted to say first that I do feel strongly that you should be completing your makeup look at home before you arrive to a competition or the recital. Mostly because there's so many things that you have to bring, you are bound to forget something, and we often have lots of girls running around back there, and it creates kind of a stressed energy. But let me talk you through all the things that you probably should be carrying with you if you're going to do it there. You should have some face wipes, Q-tips, your lashes, a pair of scissors if you have not fit them to your eye already, lash adhesive, eyelash curler. Some extra things that I like to carry is a spray bottle with water on it, and I'll show you what that's for. It's for applying your foundation. Some hand sanitizer, some Visine, which I'll also show you a trick for using that for your cake eyeliner, and then all of your required makeup products. So we've got foundation, powder, an eyebrow product, 3 eyeshadows, a blush, a glitter powder, 2 shades of lipstick, 2 liners, lip liners, a concealer, and a lip gloss. In addition to that, you're going to need some tools to actually apply them. So I wanted to just go over the brushes that you're going to need to have in your kit. You're going to need to have something called a flat shader brush, or you could use a sponge tip applicator to apply makeup to the lid. Something to apply your product into the crease, the darker color. I like this little rounded dome brush. I actually got this at CVS. A fluffy dome brush to kind of blend out the color. And then something to apply your highlighter and the glitter to. In addition, you're going to need something to put on the eyeliner. So I actually got this one at Target. This is just a Sonia Kashuk bent eyeliner brush, which I love. And then a spoolie, which is just kind of like a mascara one, but you can brush through your brows with it. And then a powder and blush brush. I know that's a lot of stuff. So I think that's it for all the things you'll need to complete your look. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin our look with a cleansed and moisturized face. I already made up one eye so you could see the finished look, and then I'm going to take you through step by step on the other side. So she is moisturized, and our first thing is to dampen a sponge with our little spray bottle, and I put kind of a dab of the foundation on my hand, and I'm going to kind of work it with my sponge and warm up the product, and then I'm going to wipe down her entire face. This product, this foundation is specifically for stage, so it is really thick, it's water resistant, and it dries extremely fast. It is really hard to apply straight out of the jar and get a nice even finish. So I'm just going to take a minute and make sure you're working it down the neckline. Put your head back, sweetie. Head back. Back. Back is that way. It's early. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my hands and gently buff out any spots where I see that it's not sitting nicely or it's not even. And continuing that down the neckline and onto her ears. Okay. Now, at this point, we're going to move on to concealer. And this is the product that we use. And this is really just to go on the inside corner and under. Now, most girls, most of you dancers, aren't going to have big dark circles to worry about. This is really for brightening up the under eye area. And you can use it for kind of cleaning up. If you've made a mess, you can just get back in there with your concealer. And I'm just going to draw it on the other side. And use my ring finger to blend it out. Okay. Now we're going to prep the eye surface. This is the one product that is not sold at Performance Dancewear. This one is a MAC paint pot, but I just recommend that you use any kind of eyeshadow primer. It makes a night and day difference for the application of the shadow. And I've noticed in particular, the lightest shade, close your eye, we have tends to kind of fly away. It's real dusty, not so much the other colors. But by putting down a primer like this, it's a sticky cream and it gives the shadow basically something to stick to. Smooths out the eye surface. It's just a much prettier way to do shadow. Okay, so we're starting with our lightest color, which is Oyster, and we're going to go in with the flat shader brush or your sponge tip applicator. And we're going to cover the entire eye surface. Now you see how this shadow is falling a little bit, which drives me crazy. Let me show you a little trick for that. If you take your sponge and just get some extra powder right under there, kind of cake it up. When you're all done, you can kind of sweep it away with the powder and you won't have a big mess. Okay, so we're going to pat this on because we're pressing it into that shadow primer that's down there from the inner corner all the way out to the end. And you really want to pack on the color. We don't want to see any skin through it. And then we're going to take the highest point of the eyebrow and just pat downward. And this is also going to work as our highlighter color. Okay. Now we're going to go in with our darkest color, which is Brazilian brown. And I'm using this little dome brush that I told you I got at CVS for like $5. It actually came with another brush. And we're going to work the outer corner, what I call the outer V of the eye. And so, close your eye. We're going to start down here on the lid, bringing it up and drawing a little V. Okay. And then we're going to just keep tapping along the crease and bring that color in. Just keep going in until you have built up a pretty intense line. This is where all the drama of this color combo comes into play. Now I'm not bringing it all the way in, I'm bringing it about 3/4 of the way in. Okay. I'm going to go in with a fluffy dome brush and I'm going to blend this color out. So tiny circles and then windshield wiper motions just to soften it and blend that color out. And then if you feel like you over blended, you can just go back in, pack on a little more color, making it more intense in the outer V. I hope you see what I mean by that.